the reason why our brand new king, King Charles III, has decided to become a little bit more distant towards, of course, the former cable TV actress, also known sometimes as the Duchess of Sussex, and, of course, Meghan Markle. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company as ever. Lovely to see you. Welcome on all brand new subscribers. Lots of people, speculate about exactly the situation between Meghan and, of course, King Charles. At the very first, they seemingly got on, She seemingly shared a lot of passions that he did. Of course, let's not forget she's an actress and knows exactly how to play a particular situation. While she claimed, if you remember, that she had no idea about the British monarchy, many people were surprised about her knowledge with the history of the monarchy when she very first met Prince Charles, now King Charles. And if you remember, he was gracious enough at her wedding, that's right, way back when, to escort her halfway down the aisle. Seemingly, it's the only time that Meghan's met anybody halfway. Since then, no chance. And that really was a major gesture to have the Prince of Wales, in the absence of her father, walking her halfway down the aisle. He was kind of stung by the fact that he didn't or wasn't requested to walk the full way, but apparently she wanted to strike out and show an independent streak on that day, that a woman didn't need a man to walk her to the altar. Well, it wouldn't be really a shock to Meghan. It wasn't the first time she walked down the aisle, was it? I'll just leave that there. But the bigger problem was this. And this, according to a very good source, is the reason why King Charles has decided, that perhaps she wasn't as, shall we say, open as he very first thought. This all really centres upon the fact that, if you recall when Meghan was last over here in the United Kingdom, according to very good sources, she requested a private audience with the king. Now, if you also remember, King Charles had requested a private dinner or lunch with both of his sons, just boys only, as one could imagine. He thought that this would be a very good way of knocking heads together, as we say over here in the United Kingdom, and moving forward, trying to get people to reconcile. Now, Harry did not want to attend without Meghan. So, King Charles basically said, no, there's no Meghan, it's just between the three of us. After all, it's their history, isn't it? Now, according to that good source, the biggest problem that King Charles had, and still has apparently, with Meghan Markle, is the fact, the embarrassment of what she said on the Oprah Winfrey interview, the one about the secret wedding. As we told you before, this proved highly embarrassing for the British monarchy, senior members of the royals, because when you think about it, she, basically dropped the Archbishop of Canterbury in it. That's right, Justin Welby, who had to come out and say, no, that never happened. She must have been mistaken, very graciously. Of course, we know that our late monarch, the Queen Elizabeth II, then had to apologise, of course, for this faux pas, this misdemeanour. And apparently, according to that good source, this is one of the situations where the King feels very adamant that Meghan herself, at least, should apologise even in private, allegedly, or dearly, more importantly, in public. And this really would make sense. After all, when you think you've been called out, it truly never happened. When you rewatch that footage, and when she announces that as they're feeding the chickens, you can see the embarrassment on the former royal known as Prince Harry. He would have known the truth. Why didn't he correct her? Why didn't he stop it? Why did he allow that piece in the edit? These were all the questions, according to a very good source, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, that King Charles would have liked answered. But seemingly, this is a sticking point. Harry does not want to return back here for any sit-down with a one-to-one with his father, without, of course, his wife, Meghan Markle, at his side. And for that, it appears that even Charles is not willing to move. Whichever way you look at it, it's a disastrous situation moving forward as we go into 2023, and Harry's threatening to drop that book. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.